Okay then, so here we are again, ready for our next session where we're going to focus on the upper back, the core, the thighs and the glutes. Okay, so first of all, just a little bit of mobility. Just have a hip distance stance, toes spread out, your feet facing forward. Just bring in a little bit of rotation just to mobilize that spine. Just twist from side to side, really loosening up the spine. 3, 2 and 1. Okay, we'll get nice and wide. Just a little bit of pre-stretch. Okay, so we'll stick your left foot out to the left, right leg straight, foot facing forward. Just bend that left thigh, folks. Rest your elbow on your thigh. Breathe in, extend your right arm straight, look up to that hand, and you'll feel a great big stretch going on in the right of your torso. So hold up there. 3, 2 and 1. Just let your left foot face forwards now, right foot stuck out. Just bring a bend into your knee, chest up tall. Deep inhale, just extend and look up to a straight left arm and hand. Feel that on the left of your torso as well. 3, 2 and 1. Alright, so we'll come a bit closer in this time with our feet. Probably about sit bone distance apart actually. Just let your shoulders come into a bit of lift and retraction. We'll then bring your palms together. We'll breathe in. Take an inhale through nose. Just blow out through mouth. Bring your heels down. We then take it into a deep squat. Just blow out. Breathe in, up you come. So just circle the shoulders back and down. Bring your palms together. Breathe in. Warming up your calves. Stretching those arms. And then ready for a deep sit. Just blow out. Sit onto your heels. Try and hit the knees to about 90 degrees. Alright, we'll have one more. Lift and circle back. Inhale through nose. Rise up with the arms straight. Bring heels down, one more deep bend off the knees. Breathe it in and blow it out. Okay, so now we're going to just step forwards with our right foot in front, flat. Step back onto the ball of your left foot there. Draw the shoulders back, take a breath in. Exhale out, suck in, abdominals towards the spine. And to begin with, folks, nice and slow, we're just going to begin to bend the knees to about 90 degrees if you can, but we're going to keep those arms going as well. Just warming up the shoulders and the upper back area. So you're just planting all your body weight onto the right heel of your foot to activate the right glute, but also getting those front quads warmed up as well. So to test the balance, if it's too much moving the arms, by all means, just keep a hold of your hips. But that way, you feel worn out, you start to feel the glutes and thighs warming up well. So we'll just break off from that for a moment. Your feet are facing forwards, about hip distance this time. Abdominals sucked in on the exhale out. We target the upper back with our reverse flies. Just put some bend into your knees, stick your bum out, chest up tall. Bring your palms together, look down to the floor, and from there, we're just slowly bringing our arms apart wide, out to shoulder height level. Just squeeze the shoulder blades in your upper back, and you're going to warm up those postural muscles of your upper back areas there. Okay, so not too fast, because that way you won't get as much contraction. Just nice and slow, nice smooth action. So from the side, you're just taking it nice and slow. 2 more. Breathing in, blowing out. 1 more. Take a breath in and recover again there. Okay, so from there, we'll just get down the back of the hamstring. So we'll start with your feet together flat, shoulders back and down, but then rising up with your arms above the shoulders straight. Breathing in, lift that left heel, lift the left knee up to hip height. From there, folks, if you can just bend your right knee, take your left foot behind you a bit further to your maximum reach. So you're just holding this nice and still, bending the right knee, so you're getting the back of the hamstring really warm now. So holding still. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the left knee up and then put your foot down. So it's a great way just to get the back of this thigh warm. Upper back once again though, we're going to have a feet distance, a foot distance, of hip distance apart there. Keep your core sucked in, chin tucked in, guys. Just look down to the floor, bend coming into your knees, arms starting straight. So this time, We're just going to bring your palms up to about the height of your waist there. So we're just bending your elbows as hands come up to the waist. That way we squeeze the upper back muscles once again. So that's it from the front. From the side, just again, bring your hands up to about waist height level, squeezing those shoulder blades in your upper back, warming that area well. 2 more, and 1 more. Breathing in and blowing out. We'll do a stretch for that upper back in a moment. But this time, just step forward with your left foot flat this time, on the ball of your right foot behind, shoulders are back and down, core sucked in. When you're ready, just begin to bend those knees to about 90 degrees if possible, trying to keep the arms flowing at a continuous pace, nice and straight with your arms. Breathing in, blowing out, sitting onto the left heel of your foot to hit the left gluteal and to warm up the front of those quadriceps at the same time. 1 more time, bend. And that is a good warm-up, particularly if you're a regular runner, just for getting lower body muscles set and warmed up. Okay, so your feet are back to a wide stance again. So just a stretch for the upper back. We're going to just breathe in, slide your hands down towards your thighs, knees are bent, and from there, folks, if you can just slide your left hand towards your left knee, and then bring in a rotation of your head and upper body to the right of the room. You should feel a stretch, hopefully, in the left upper back area. Chest back to the middle, blow it out, rotate off to the left now. Stretching into that right upper back spot. Also there, okay, so that's going to help to mobilize that area really, really well. So just 1 more to go. And warm up this left hamstring. Then we're going to come down to the floor to work into the abdominals. So our feet are flattened together, core sucked in, raising your arms straight above shoulder height, up to shoulder height, right knee going up to hip height level, bend the knee, and just take this as far as you can, bending your left knee a little bit, a bit further, or to the point where you've got that left knee nice and bent and you're well locked out in your back. So you're just forcing the left hamstring to contract. Stay nice and still on that left foot, holding. 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee up, bring your hands down, and give your feet a bit of a shake off there. Okay, so we now just give the lower back a bit of a stretch, and we're going to give the hamstrings a bit of a stretch as well. So first of all, your feet hip distance apart, your core sucked in, just having your hands on your hips, just put a bit of bend into your knees, and from there we're going to just simply rock the pelvis forwards, and then we're going to curve the bum back there. Okay, so we are mobilizing the lumbar spine right at the bottom of your lower back, getting a bit of blood flow into your core as well. Pelvic tilting here. Okay, 1 more time, curve your bum back, rising up tall, ready to stretch the hamstrings. In our downward dogs, just come to the back of your mat, guys. A little shake off of your hands. Take a breath, chin tucked in, rolling down slowly then. So we're taking hands down the knees, down the shins, to the ankles when knees bent, walking your hands out in front, flat, okay. Straighten your arms, just let your head hang loose there. Stick your bum nice and high, okay. So just feel that stretch down the back of your hamstrings, folks. Maybe just get the calves involved as well. Bit of alternation in your knees, bending one, straightening the other. And then in preparation for our core work, we'll just have a lower back release, knees together bent, stretched out arms and hands. Sink your bum down, rest your head to the floor if you can, as close as you can get. So you can do it that way, or if you prefer, just kind of take your hands behind you, maybe line on the side of your head, or head in front. Either way, give that central lower spine a little bit of release there. Okay, so now we come to our first series of the core. So basically, we are going to start with level 1 of our hip twist. Great for your core, but good for your lower back mobility as well, guys. So just let your feet come together flat, your knees together bent, imprint your spine down to the mat, head down to the floor. Okay, so first of all, Just making sure that there's not a huge gap under your lower back. Stick your hand underneath. If there's a huge gap there, just kind of curve your tailbone to the point where you can still kind of get 2 fingertips underneath. That's our neutral spine. So you don't want to be having a massive gap. You don't want to be totally flattened into the floor with your lower back, just a slight gap going on. Okay, it's level 1. Breathe in. Exhale out. Suck it in that midsection for the zip up and hollow. Just let your palms drop out to the sides, face them up to the ceiling. And for level 1, bringing your heels off the floor, but keep feet and knees together glued. Breathe in. As you're blowing out, guys, slowly drop your bent legs out to the right a little bit. And then pause and hold. So we're just feeling the left side of your core shake and contract. Breathing in, come back to the middle, heels off the floor again, blowing out. Drop your bent legs out to the left a bit now and hold, contracting your right hand side. Hold, hold, hold. Back to the center, blow out again. Drop your bent legs to the right, contracting your left. Breathing in back to middle and then out to your left again. So you can stay with this level or come up to level 2 now. Into a tabletop, same thing, but you're going to have feet together with knees together as well, off the floor, core sucked in tight, folks, blowing out. Drop your bent legs out to the right a bit and hold. Feel that left side of your core shake. Breathe in, back to the center, pause. Exhale out and drop bent legs to the left. Hold, shaking that right side, folks, hold it still. Breathing in, back to the middle. Exhale out through mouth, legs drop to the right a bit. So without having your palms on the floor, your core has to work harder, folks. Stick in, back to middle, and blowing out. Hold this still, shake the right side. 3, 2, 1. Come back to the middle, stick with that level, or level 3. Just extending your legs straight, folks. Take a breath in. Blowing out to the right a little bit, and we hold. Shake that left side. 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, come back to middle, and blowing out. Legs drop to the left, and we hold for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, and just give your knees a little bit of a wrap around with your hands. Rock from side to side. So just, if you rewind the video, just maybe select what level is right for you. The third one, just try not to lift the legs too high because you're going to feel pain in your lower back that way. Just if you're coming from tabletop, stick your legs out straight, but don't lift too high. That'll cause pain in the lower back. So here we go. The center of your core now. We just again make sure there's not a massive gap under lower spine. Just have 2 fingertips underneath. Okay. We're going to support the head by placing hands behind the back of the head there. We breathe in. On the exhale, sucking in that midsection core. You've got a gap between your knees. We breathe in. Blowing out very slowly. Just begin to peel that head and neck off the ground. Look between the gap of your knees, folks. And breathing in. Slowly bring it down. Just keep the elbows in your peripheral vision. Exhale once again. Slowly curl up and contract that center core. Breathing in, bring it down. So just go slow and controlled enough, because if you go too fast, you're going to lose the control, the position, and the contraction. So just blow out, hold, and breathe in. Slowly bring it back down. And we'll have one more, just to warm up this center core spot. Blow it out. Breathing in, we come down. Okay, so from there, we're going to prepare for our scissors move by just straightening one leg and pulling the right leg towards us there, flexing your foot up and down, just so we've got a good chance of performing this next move, which is called the scissors in Pilates terms, as best we can. So just swap over, bring your opposite leg in as much as you can, give that foot a bit of a flex. And we should be good to go on this left leg first of all, folks. Can you just straighten your right leg out in front on the ground? Breathe in. exhale, keep that tummy nice and tight now. So we're just bringing the head and neck off the ground, the right foot slightly as well, and we're going to go for a pull, pull, switch, switch action. So we're going to go pull, pull, blow it out, keep your chin tucked into your chest. We go pull, pull, switch, we go pull, pull, blow it out and breathing in, pull, pull, chin tucked into your chest, collect the other shin, pull, pull, switch and pull, pull, blowing out and breathing in, pull, pull, and breathing in. Stick in, guys. We're going to go one more with your left leg, and then one more with your right, pull, pull, switch, and again, pull, pull, and just bring the head down there. Okay, give your feet a little bit of a shake off. Maybe just give your knees a little bit of rotation, so we're just circling that ball and socket joint around there, okay? Giving it a little bit of release. Ready for another traditional Pilates move, the 100. So this one you want to just keep your lower back pressed into the floor actually, guys. So we're not neutral spine for this. We're keeping lower back pressed into the floor, level 1. You'll keep your feet flat, your knees bent, your core sucked in, nice and tight. We just raise your arms off the floor with your hands, and we're going to go for a pulsing action in a moment of 1, 2, 3, 4 blowing out, and then breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here we go. Core sucked in. If you can, try to bring your head and neck off the ground, chin tucked into your chest. Let's go, blowing out and in, out, 2, 3, 4, and in, blowing out, and in, and out, and in, 2, 3, 4. So that's option 1 that you can stick with. Level 2, which is the more traditional way to do it. It's just a case of coming up to tabletop, keep those legs still and together. Ideally your head's going to be off the floor for this, folks, but if you need to keep it down, it's okay. Alright, we're just going to start with palms and wrists off the floor, tight center abdominals. Here we go, bring that head and neck off the ground with chin tucked into your chest, blow it out, and in, blowing out, and in, 2, 3, 4, blowing out, 4, and in, blowing out, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, blowing out, and in, 2, 3, 4, blowing out, 2, 3, 4. Okay, head comes down, and hopefully that's giving your center core a little bit of going over there. Okay, so now just a little bit of work into your side oblique, which is going to target the shoulder, the upper back area, upper body area as well. So different options for this. You can just start with your left elbow under your left shoulder, and your choice really, just either for level 1, have your knees stacked up in line with your body, head in line with your sternum, your core sucked in. You're just bringing your waist and hip off the floor like that, which will contract your left side really well. It's a good way to do it. Level 2, bottom leg straight, your top leg bent with your right foot flat. You're just pushing that hip off the ground with waistline, but you've got the support of your right foot to keep your body in line. Okay, so that's level 2. Level 3 now is the big one. You're just going to go with your feet and legs stacked up, have your head in line with the sternum, and just try to hold that plank bridge for a moment. Okay, so this left waistline doing all the shaking, but you're going to feel this in your left shoulder as well, folks. If it's too much, obviously with this level, stick to 1 or 2, but try and hold it if you're going for this one for another 8 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down there. Okay, so that's a good workout for your left side of your body. We're now going to come into a bit more work for the upper back and the glutes. So for this one, folks, you want to be just on your front, the prone position, and just starting off with your arms stretched out in front straight, legs behind you, slight gap between the feet going on, chin resting on the floor. Just take a breath in. As you blow out, try to just suck in the center of your tummy, nice and tight there, okay? To begin with, folks, just lift your chin off the floor, but don't lift the head too high up because that's going to strain your neck. Just kind of look straight ahead, but not too high. To begin with, can you just lift your left foot off the floor a little bit and extend your right arm a little bit as well. Nice straight limbs. Bring the palm and foot down. Switch, left arm and right foot. Place them down and switch. Right hand and left foot. Hold. Feel that new glute and upper back well. Bring it down and left arm and right foot. 3, 2, 1 and down. So that's our first phase. Just recover, chin on the floor. You might be increasing the tempo a little bit more with this next series, guys, okay? So here we go. Can you just start off by lifting the chin? And perhaps, folks, if you can, just lifting all limbs off the floor a little bit now. So you've got your arms and legs off that floor. That might be enough for you. Your upper back and glutes and hamstrings are all going to be forced to stabilize. So just hold that there. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your feet and hands on the floor with chin. So the third level is to bring in a swimming action. So just running through this slowly. Take a breath in. Exhale out. Bring chin off the ground just a bit. Here we go. Lifting your palms and feet off the floor with hands, palms, arms and legs and feet. Either hold it still, folks, or if you can, just bring in a slow and controlled swimming action to begin with. Alright, so your feet and your hands are just moving at a steady pace, but you can either pause or just maybe add on a bit of tempo this time, keeping the trunk nice and stable, limbs doing the work. Okay, upper back, glutes and hamstrings really start to overload now, okay? Try and keep this flowing for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then put your head down on the floor. I guarantee that'll give your upper back a really good going over in particular, okay? So just turning onto our right side now then. So just, as I said before, this time start with your right elbow under the shoulder direct. So you can either just have your knees stacked up bent in line with your body, or just have your top left foot in front of you for support, or if you're going for the big one, just have the legs stacked up all together. Just always do what's within your range, folks, within your capabilities. It's not a competition. Always safety first. So head in line with sternum, midsection is tight, and if you can now, just bringing it into a bridge plank position. So your right shoulder will be getting stronger as well because the position you're in, but in particular, in my case, my spare tire will hopefully be going down. Alright, we're just holding this up nice and still for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll bring your side down there, okay? Up we come then. We're going to do a little bit of work on our hands and knees. We're just going to go into a normal force position. I'll spin around this way. First off, so just starting with hands direct under shoulders, knees under the hips, folks, a flat back, so you're not curved, you're not arched, you're just kind of flat with a tray of coffee resting on the top. So for phase 1, just stick that left toe behind, raise your right arm up straight to shoulder height, raise the left leg up to the height of your glute. We're going to begin by just bringing the right elbow towards your left knee, and we're going to arch the upper back upwards towards the ceiling. We're going to breathe in and extend that arm and leg arm forwards, and then bringing the knee towards the elbow for another controlled extension here. So upper back and left glute getting a bit of tone, testing your core stability for your balance as well. Just to lift and extend, bring elbow towards knee, arching upper back to the ceiling, extend, and then put your hand and knee down. So that's level 1. Just if you like, have a little bit of a timeout, a little bit of rotation with the hands, pressure off your wrists for a second, and release for the lower back. So here we go. Ready again, just to go into our all fours, but we're going to keep the right arm and the left leg straight this time, folks. And we're just going to keep the head in line with the spine. We blow out, taking the right arm to the right and the left leg to the left, nice and straight. Blowing out as we come apart, breathing in as we come back in. Blowing out, taking apart, and coming back in there once more. Blowing out and breathing in. And after all the other upper back movements we've done, you're probably feeling like there's a lot of tone going on in the upper back area. So we'll just break off from what we've been doing, the movements. Just stick that left hand in front of you. Can you scoop your right arm onto the left arm, place your shoulder down into the floor, and just rest on the side of your head there. So we're feeling stretch into the back of the right shoulder joint. Just hold, hold, hold. Breathing in, come back in, switch over. Just stick your opposite shoulder down, lying on the side of your head. Good release for that upper back and shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's get it going then, folks. One last big push now. So knees under the hips, nice flat back, head in line with spine, looking down to the floor. Can you all just take a left arm up to shoulder height level, a right leg just nice and straight to the height of your glutes. Bring the left elbow towards right knee, arching it upper back, and then extending out in front. Bring it again, blowing out and breathing in. In comes the elbow to knee, and extend back out. So working into that glute and hamstring, folks, into the left of your upper back as well. And then hand and knee goes down. Little break, little stretch back, recover. Here we go, final test of our balance. So just aligning yourself, knees into the hips currently, but then taking the right leg behind you, raising the left arm up to shoulder height straight, right leg is there straight as well. On the exhale, left arm to the left, right thigh to the right. Keeping that head as still as you can, keeping it in line with your spine, blowing out as you come apart, breathing in as you come back in. One more time, and then bring it down for a little bit of stretch release, guys. Okay, stick your knees up there, stack them up rather bent in front of your hips, bending your bottom elbow, stick your fingertips on your side of your head there, and if you can just open the book as much as you can, stretch that right shoulder blade, close the page, breathe in and off again. In through nose, pull back as much as you can, right shoulder blade relief. Stack up those arms straight this time, folks. Rest your head down, just bringing the right arm into a big rotation. Suck that breath in, mobilize that shoulder joint, bring it back, and then we'll come back around from there. Okay, we just push up into a zigzag position with your thighs. Can you grab your foot with your right hand, your right foot with the right hand, just draw your heel into your glute, and you'll feel a great stretch going on in the right part of your front thigh. Okay, hold it in, great release. All right, just on to the other side. Actually, I have worked the waistlines as well. Just give that side trunk a bit of a stretch off there for that side. So spinning around, knees stack up bent in front of hips, onto your other arm, which is bent, and then off we go, breathing in. Really, really good for getting rid of knots in your upper back, folks. Here we go again. Breathing in, stretch that left shoulder blade, and then rest your head on the floor with stacked up arms. Left arm going back and behind the head. just for that big windmill rotation, ball and socket joint mobilizer. Bring it back. Breathe it in, slowly bring yourself up. Just zigzag those legs if you can, collect your foot and draw the heel into your glute. Flatten your wrist down, stretch that front part of your thigh. Okay, and pushing back up. Stick your right arm out and then just give that right trunk a big release as well after those oblique planks that we did. Okay, and then just a final bit of stretch on the spine, folks. Bit of cat stretch curve. Hands to the shoulders direct, knees into hips. Let the head drop. Just push your hands into the floor, let your chin tuck in, suck your tummy in. Breathe it in, lift your head up slow, tilt your bum upwards, and that should feel great in your lower back, guys. Just inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. Let the head drop again, but just kind of swivel the hips from side to side. Just give them a little bit of a twist or two there, easing up the lower back. And yeah, so hopefully you found that beneficial. It's a great toner for the upper back area, guys. So if you haven't got great posture, if you've got like a round shoulder appearance, if you increase flexibility across the chest and you build tone in your upper back, you'll feel like you're going to have more of a balanced out posture in the upper body, as well as building up some tone in your thighs. Okay, so well done, give it a crack, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.